Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you about, the story I told you about the enemy, what do you call it? About the enemy feeding me flesh. And anyhow, when I told that story, they projected, these thoughts like voices call telling me like I'm lying. How you see how deceitful these people are, telling me I'm lying because they think I'm lying, because not because they think I'm lying, because they don't want whoever hearing this video to believe my story. Okay, so they don't want people to believe what I'm telling them, but that's only one story. I've been telling you a lot of stories. They're all based on the truth, you know and I don't have to lie about that. If you listen to other target individuals, and you will find out they have the same kind of stories. The flesh story, nobody told the story. Eating flesh, feeding your flesh without knowing, by mixing, removing the meats you bought from your house and replacing it with flesh. Okay, and I told you guys why they actually do that. What's the point from it, right? And the point behind all of that is because you eating unclean animal or flesh or unclean food, because God, set the universal laws and stuff. Things are forbidden not to eat. Like, you're not supposed to eat pigs, and you're not supposed to eat like all these animals, like monkeys, and because they don't have the same paw as a hoof as a cow. So you're not allowed to eat any of those animals. You understand? So that's what's. So there's laws when they feed you flesh, because they know it's against, God's law, or the infinite. You contaminating your vessel, your being. You understand? And basically, you have to baptize yourself, and you have to cleanse yourself from all this stuff. Just think of it as like fornicating. You have to baptize yourself to cleanse yourself. So think of flesh, the same thing, but flesh is linked to witchcraft. So once you consume this meat, then they will do a ritual on them, because probably they've done a ritual already, but and they do a ritual in your stomach. Because when I realized that's what happened, and I did a prayer to just, I was going on a hunch. Honestly, I didn't know that was happening. Honest, because they're so deceitful. I couldn't really wrap my head around it. It seems so far-fetched to be for them to do something like that. But I just said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna do a prayer over my stomach, and I'm gonna do a prayer over my stomach over food I've eaten, because I just started thinking about that meat I ate in Australia. It has to do with flesh. Honestly, guys, my stomach. If you've seen the movie Bring Her Back, Australian movie, when this child was possessed and he ate flesh, and you saw, watch that movie, Bring Her Back, and this spirit is about to leave his body, and the spirit is about to leave his body. His stomach is all, it started to ripples, it has started to have all this stuff, and so that's what happened when the spirit is about to leave, or demon, jinn, whatever, or unclean spirits or unclean demons or jinn about to leave his body. Yeah, he's about to leave his body, and his stomach started he was like, he started to act out, and he's just showing you the stomach, how my stomach didn't go that bad, but it was like that. Things are moving around my stomach. I can see it. When you see, when you actually, have you seen those when you see mothers about, the baby's kicking and stuff? My stomach was doing that. I don't know how to explain it. I'm just thinking what's the closest thing to what I'm telling you. But anyhow, so they do a ritual on your food. They do a ritual on anything your consumption. Like how this apartment 407, this black girl, I found one piece of her hair in my fridge, inside my fridge. Because I seen her down the hallway. So I know what her hair looked like, I found a long piece of hair in my fridge, And that was long time ago, before even my sister visited, So I thought to myself, whose hair is this? Why is it inside my fridge? It was not on or around. And it was inside the fridge. It's one of the, one of the shelves. Yeah, so I knew she does witchcraft on food. She's been to my fridge, because there's no reason for this piece of hair. Okay, the texture of hair is not mine. Mine is not even that long. I shave my head all the time, but it never really. I used to get it, grow it when I was younger. But I don't. I'm not balding or anything like that, but I just shave my head. I just do that, But anyhow, so I saw this texture of hair. I knew it was this little snake, 407, been to my fridge. So I know she'd been going into my fridge and messing with my food, So anyhow, for them to come around and pretend that they never fed me flesh, okay? Because they wanted you, okay, I know now, 100% sure, 100%, this is not on a speculation, or I'm just going on a hunch, or none of that. It's 100% what I'm telling you is true. When I'm recording prayers, people start to slam doors, kitchen or furniture, screaming and doing all of that when I'm creating prayers. And this racketeering is not coming from my apartment. It's coming from the apartment above, sometimes on the right, sometimes on the left. So I know they've been hearing my prayer before I even finish praying. Not hearing it. They either doing telepathy or mind reading technology or some sort of technology where I know 100%, guys, when I'm telling you something and I say I'm sure of it, I'm not really leaving any room for interpretation. It's actually happening, factual. So, because before, when I create prayers, until I go and mix it in my computer and play it in my phone and stuff. They don't do any of that until that happens. So I know they either implant or they're doing mind reading technology, something they've done to know my prayer before I even finish it. Because when I'm saying things, even when I record my prayers, I say it in silence. Like I keep my tongue, I try not to use my tongue, I just with thoughts and intentions. Okay? Because I knew there are they know about my prayer by throughout the recording, not before. Like, okay, they do not know what I'm gonna say. They just know when I'm recording, and because I say it in my head, and they're doing all this noise campaign or whatever. So I knew. So when I told that story, they kind of attacked me, saying, "Oh, you're lying. That never happened." You know, that never happened. Give me a break, people. You've done worse. You have done worse than feeding people flesh. Okay. So don't play coy and play all this cute with me. It's not even cute. Trying to deceive. Trying to provoke me and trying to make me sound like I'm lying. I'm not lying. It's just like it's not far-fetched. It is. You are not capable of doing that. You've done worse. And oh yeah, how about raping people? Raping the 144,000. That's not worse than eating flesh, right? How about poisoning 144,000? That's not worse, right? So how about killing family members? That not worse? So I can sit here and tell you many things you've done far worse than feeding me flesh. Okay. So do not accuse me of lying when you know I'm not lying. You just don't want people to believe me. That's it. You want people to think I'm lying. I have no reason to make this story up. My sister called me today. We talked about the meat she ate too. She goes to me, "Oh, it's gotta be human meat because I never eaten something like this in my entire life." She's older than me, and so do not act. Do not act you haven't done anything worse than all of that, and if you guys, you don't have to believe me. I am not here to make anybody believe me. I'm here to expose the truth. What's happening. That's all I'm doing, So these people to want to believe me, they don't want to believe me. Hey, it's all up to you. You know what I mean? I don't force my belief on my facts 100% on anybody. I'm just stating the fact. I'm just saying it how it is, So for them to say that, and I told you why they do it. They do it just to make you sound like nuts, pretty much. To make you sound like you're lying. Anyhow, every story I told you guys and built is 100% true. Okay? But I'm not here to make anybody. You know what? Okay, look at how the government's lying to us, how the politician lying to you, how the whole establishment lying to you, telling you were created from monkeys. They're telling you you're like a bacteria. They're telling you they remove all names from the Bible, from holy. They remove names from and they made people pray and worship Satan without them knowing. Yeah. So that's what's going on, guys. They did I do that? Did I forge the history? Did I change the history? Did I lie about the history? So why would I need to lie about that? Okay. But I'm just telling you, you know what? I have a broader understanding how the enemy operates because I've been in this game for 14 years. And so you see behaviors, you see like in people intentions, you see people who are trying to deceive the nation, whatever, because I'm on to their BS, pretty much. Because I call their BS in their face. That's the only thing they don't like, They don't like to be called out, They want everybody to be lying, But anyhow, watch also, watch Dr. John Hall. I think he wrote a book about satellite new breed or something. It's called Satellite New Breed, something like that. I can't remember the title exactly of his book. Is about targeting, and that's what's. He told a story about his girlfriend. His girlfriend ended up. She got raped. I think his girlfriend or a friend of his. I can't remember the story. It's been a while. Anyhow, they used to come into her apartment, and they used to rape her. They used to take turns. They used to, drug her and rape her. She had to go to the hospital, and she got, semen pull out of, where, and so anyhow, it's not something new. So don't. Flesh is nothing, But anyhow, it's just to tell you that they're capable of doing far worse. You know what I'm saying? And they're in court in Europe now for killing people. You know what I mean? And look it up, guys. So, yeah. Anyhow, and yeah. So I don't have to make up a story about that. But also, I want to talk to you about the story about Cain. So anyhow, when God put a protective, apparently God put up a protective name. So Cain bloodline does not get destroyed. Okay, and this the same lock that God or protective thing God put up. They put up on Cain. It also unlocks what unlocks the night or darkness. It unlocks the darkness in the 144,000. Okay, and I thought about that for a second. I just said to myself, what's going on? Why God protecting them, yet unlocks the night inside the 144,000? Because the night is associated with also, yeah, the night is associated with darkness. Sorry, darkness, Nyx, or goes by many names, the Divine Mother. Anyhow, this lock unlocks the protective, what do you call it? Yeah, it unlocks unlocks inside the 144,000 the darkness. The darkness is power. The darkness is dominion, authority, right? When it unlocks it, it's associated also with judgment. The night is associated with judgments, and also when the darkness is being unlocked, no witchcraft, magic, intention ever would work again, because the darkness has authority. Is it authority or dominion? Which one is which? I know they're different. But anyhow, authority or dominion, has authority or dominion. I can't remember which one is which, right? Over all demon entities, all demon entities, jinn, spirit, you know. So when the darkness is unlocked, nobody can possess you. Nothing. No entity, no nothing. Not even Satan himself. You understand? And yeah, you see? Wow. You see, God is very, he's the biggest planner, you know? It's very good plan, you know what I mean? It protects them and then unleash something, you know, in end times. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. True story, guys. Look it up.